Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the entertainment headquarters, and welcome to another trailer reaction. And the trailer I'm about to look at is a film I've kind of been watching in the shadows, kind of been looking out for and waiting for anything to drop on it, and now is the day. Yes, the film I'm about to look at is a film called Pinocchio Unstrung. And Pinocchio Unstrung is part of the, amazing British independent film franchise, The Twisted Childhood Universe, which started a few years ago with Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. That's right. So the man behind the Twisted Childhood Universe is Reese Frake Waterfield. And when the IP for Winnie the Pooh came available in the public domain, he had this idea of creating this horror version of this beloved childhood character. And the first film had mixed reviews, had mixed feelings, but it was successful. But that was the start of something much bigger and better. Because after, the first one, which was very low budget, he went on to then create the second one, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, which honestly blew the first one out of the park. It was unique, it was different, it was independent horror, and it was a lot of fun. And off the back of that, he has now had the rights to other childhood characters that are much loved: Peter Pan in Neverland Nightmares, Bambi in Bambi Reckoning, and now Pinocchio Unstrung. And so I'm very excited for this. And Pinocchio Unstrung is an upcoming British independent slasher film directed by Reese Frake Waterfield. It is the fifth installment in the Twisted Childhood universe and serves as a horror retelling of Carlo Collodi's 1883 novel, The Adventures of Pinocchio. And what's even more exciting about this particular film is it has Robert Englund voicing Jiminy Cricket, and it also has Richard Brake, Cameron Bell, Jessica Barmer, Jack Art Gray, Peter De Souza in the cast. So cannot wait to see what this is all about. So let's check out Pinocchio Unstrung.
It's always hard losing someone you love. I'm sorry I had to experience all that so young.
I wish Zach was still here. It doesn't feel the same anymore.
Come down, there's someone here I want you to meet. I just thought you could use a friend. This could be good for the both of you. It's alive.
It's like white boys that made different from you. Organs and stuff.
I want to be just like you.
No, you don't. You're way cooler than me.
Take what they have, piece by piece, to make yourself whole. Who are you?
Name's Cricket. Piece by piece, we'll take everything
Robert
you need
Englund.
to be real.
What the hell is he?
Pinocchio!
You're James the Storm!
One hell of a glow-up, kid.
I think Geppetto is hiding something.
My belief that the soul does indeed remain after death.
Call the police! Well, I tell them what, Dudley? That a homicidal doll is on the loose?
The subject is dangerous, born evil.
I'm going to be a real boy. I'm going to be just like James.
Let's give you a smile.
That looks brutal. That looks brutal. And that is the fun of the Twisted Childhood universe. Aaron Robert England's voice in that trailer, amazing. Lewis Sander, who is the actor behind the embodiment of Tigger in the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey films, who's returning in part 3 of the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey films. He's also going to be hopefully a big part of the Poohniverse Assembled movie, which is every character that is being introduced in the Twisted Childhood universe. They're all eventually going to meet up or have some sort of connection in the Poohniverse Assembles film, which is coming, I think, after Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey Part 3. But going back to Lewis Sander, he, I know through our interview we did on the channel, is done some of the puppeteering for Pinocchio Unstrung. In watching the puppetry, watching the performance of this really creepy, fucked up looking Pinocchio, I wouldn't want that thing at the end of my bed or anywhere in my bedroom, to be fair. Looks totally crazy, totally creepy. It looks really interesting, the mechanics of the puppetry and alongside the live action and the gore and the characters. And, Richard Brake is Geppetto. Really interesting stuff. It's really got me really intrigued, and it looks like it's just going to be a lot of fun. It's a British independent slasher movie, a part of the Twisted Childhood universe, which is growing and is getting, for each film, I can see, the production values are getting stronger and bigger. The stories are getting more interlinked and intriguing. Bambi Reckoning blew me away. That was such a crazy film. And like I said, the first film in the Twisted Childhood universe, which was Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, the first film was very low budget. Richard Frake Waterfield did his very best with what he had available, but because of the success of that movie, it's now opened things up to a much bigger, grander world and plan for him, and you can tell he's having a lot of fun with making these movies. You can tell he's putting his heart and soul into creating this world and the interlinking stories, and I'm all for it. I'm a big supporter of independent cinema, independent movie making and movie makers, because without independent cinema, without British cinema and foreign cinema around the world, Hollywood is very boring. There's the odd unique film that comes out that blows you away, but it's time in between that. All you're getting is sequels and reboots and unimaginative films that don't really capture your attention, where independent cinema has always, for me, been where the ideas and the uniqueness of filmmaking can come from, because you see very passionate people behind those films that are, just trying to get their big break or just trying to tell an interesting story. And, you've had Blumhouse, who is this massive film studio now that is kind of took over horror. We've had, Halloween from them. They're working on The Exorcist now. But even then, I think when they started off in the very beginning, they were a great studio. But now they've just turned into like the Disney of horror, and they might release one or two decent horror films, but the rest of what have come down the pipeline have just never grabbed me. Where I'm turning more towards independent films and independent cinema and independent horror, because they are large, grand, over the top, crazy, and just a lot of fun. And I love the stories and the twisted childhood universe, and films like, you know, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and now Pinocchio, Unstrung are delivering, where the big budget horror films for me are kind of lacking. And if you want films that's just full of goofy storytelling and amazing gore, maybe the twisted childhood universe is for you. Because I've always had fun watching these films, and I always remember watching Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey Part 2 and just finding it to be a huge blast. And seeing Tigger, seeing Pooh, seeing Piglet, seeing Owl, just being these demonic versions of, you know, the much loved characters that we all have come to admire as kids. So for me, this is definitely a film I'm definitely going to be checking out. In fact, I probably will end up doing a huge franchise discussion on all the releases from Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and of course the Twisted Childhood universe. But yes, looking forward to this, and having Robert Englund in it, having Richard Blake in it, an extra plus. So that's just my opinion. Keep on enjoying your movies, keep on enjoying all things entertainment. Let me know in the comments below what you think of Pinocchio Unstringed. But until next time, take care, everybody.
Thank you.